Hey, my name is Max Hornstein. I've done over $1 million in land sales in the past year, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to find profitable land deals. Now, what this comes down to is two things. Number one, finding the right market, and number two, finding the right types of properties. So let's talk about the market first. The biggest thing that you're looking for when looking for markets is not demographic data of how many people are moving there, stuff like that. The area that you want to be in, you want to be 1 to 3 hours outside of a major city. Now, beyond that, the only thing that I really care about when I'm evaluating markets for land is the average days on market. This will tell me the health of a market. What I'm looking for is it's 90 days or less. So when I go into a market, let's say I find a specific county in Florida that I'm looking for. Let's use Hamilton County, Florida as an example. It's in northern Florida, okay? What I'm gonna look for is for the acre size that I wanna go after. And it goes in this bracket, 1 acre or less, 1 to 2 acres, 2 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 40, and 40 to 100. Let's say I wanna target 5 to 10 acre properties in Hamilton County. What I'm gonna look at is for the last year of the properties that sold, what was the average days on market? And if it's over 90 days, then I'm gonna avoid that. If it's less than 90 days, I'm gonna target that. Because that lets me know that people in that market are buying land quickly and that there is the demand for land. Because if it's taking something like 180 days or a year to sell, obviously there's not that much demand. Okay, so that is the most important statistic that you need to look for. Now, after that, it comes down to the property type. Okay, there are 3 different types of land that you can buy, and I'm going to go over all those right now. The first is what's known as an infill lot. Okay, an infill lot is probably the thing that you've seen in a neighborhood. Imagine a neighborhood with a bunch of houses, but then you see one lot that hasn't been built on yet. That is an infill lot. It serves one purpose and one purpose only, and that's for it to be built on. Okay, if it's not buildable, meaning it has a bad slope, it doesn't have utilities, or something is crazy with the property, it's literally worthless. Because it's too small for someone to hunt on it. There's usually restrictions, so people usually can't, put a camper out there, stuff like that. So there's no use case if you can't build a house. I tend to stay away from these types of lots because one, you have to do a lot more due diligence. Because again, if it's not buildable, it's worthless. And then beyond that, usually the deal size is smaller. Now, obviously this can vary. If you buy an infill lot in a neighborhood where there's multi-million-dollar homes, that infill lot will be worth a lot of money. But in general, for the lots that people are going after, they're like a few $1,000s, and there's just not a big enough spread. I won't do a deal unless I can make $10,000 in profit on that deal. Because the same amount of effort that goes into a deal where you can make that much versus making a few $1,000s, it's the same. So why would you do a small deal? So I will stay away from infill lots because in general, they're harder and they're gonna have less of a spread, which means you're gonna make less money. The second type is called a rural infill lot. So think about a place that's 1 to 3 hours outside of a major city. It's in a rural area. There's some homes around it. It's usually going to be between 2 to 10 acres. And the whole idea of something like this is that you can build a home on it, but you can also use it for recreational activities, right? So like you can go hunting out there. You can go camping. There's no restrictions, okay? This is one of the best types of land to flip because it has multiple use cases. You can use it to build a home. You can use it just for recreational activity, right? Like you could decide, hey, I want a piece of land to hunt on. Well, you can do that. Or you can have both. You can have the house and you can have it for the recreational activities. Now, obviously, it depends on each market what the land is worth. But in general, because this is going to be a larger size and there's more use cases, this land is generally worth more. So this is one of the biggest types of land that I like to flip. Now I'm going to tell you about the third type, which is called recreational land. Okay? Recreational land is used for exactly what it sounds like, recreational purposes. This is generally above 10 acres. So when you think about big, acres of land, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 100, right? This is what it is. In general, this type of land is usually used for, big recreational activities like, going hunting, camping, etc., stuff like that. People might put a farm out there. They also might build a house. But this is my favorite type of land to flip because it has every use case. You can build a house, you can do recreational activities, right? If you have a 40-acre piece, that's big enough to hunt on. You don't need to worry about it being too small. And then you could also decide you're going to build a house and then hunt on the back, right? And because it's bigger, in general, these are more expensive lots, which means you can make more money. So because of that, you're going to see spreads on deals of 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, $60,000, right? So if I had to pick what I was going to go after, it would be recreational and then rural infill. But I would stay away from infill lots because again, they're harder and they're less spread on the deal. So that's my 2 cents on it. Now, if you want help actually building a land flipping business, my company and I will actually do it for you. So if that's something that you're interested in learning about, there's gonna be a link below this video. You can click it. Make sure you subscribe, like this video. I'll put out more content to help you guys. See you in the next one.